Hi everyone, how are you doing? I thought I would read yesterday's devotion today. It was for September 11th. I'm sure there was I know there was a lot going on to remember that day that none of us will ever forget. And there were a lot of YouTubers putting stuff up and everywhere. So I thought I'd put my own little special thing the next day. Because people may still be thinking about it, feel sad, might have missed stuff. Of course, you could always look it up, but I wanted to give it the attention it deserved, and I thought this was so fulfilling for that day of what happened to our country. I don't know, there's some words I guess we can't use on here, so I wanted to use what happened, but we all know what happened. So I'm going to say this, and it's also fitting of, you'll see. I'm going to tell a real life story. So, my reading glasses broke. My Dollar Tree light is not working that well, and the orange Dollar Tree light is not showing. But hey, we'll do the best we can. That's all we can do. And it's still hot as heck. We're going to have another week of hot, extremely hot weather, which is bad for me. Seems like it will never end, but what can you do? Just go along with it and hope fall comes early. So anyhow, like I said, this was for September 11th, daily devotion. Maybe I can see better without my glasses. Let's see. Nope, can't. What's inside counts. No, let's see. Do we have a brighter light maybe? Maybe that will help. Let's see. I don't know. They're all kind of... I just put new batteries in too. Oh well. Do the best I can. What's inside counts. What's in your heart will eventually show in your life. If you live your life for Jesus, it will be apparent by the kindness and concern you show for others. That will be the good fruit you bear. If you live for Jesus, it will be impossible for you to bear bad fruit, like selfishness, unkindness, or a lack of compassion. People will be able to see that Jesus is in your heart by the way you live. And that is so very true. Like when, back in the day, like 5+ years ago, when we used to go to the grocery store to buy groceries, and things were more normal. And I would see someone like they're trying to reach something on a shelf, and I'm taller, and I would offer. And it's funny how one of my children would say, "Why do you always do that?" And I said, "Do what?" Like, ask them if they need help. It's their problem. I'll stop there. Who else said it? We'll just leave it at that. I'm sure you can imagine. But that's who I was. And I was leading the world that I'm supposed to in the way that Jesus taught me to. And actually, not only that, it was just who I was. And I don't think I had a lot of opportunities because I could reach, I'm pretty tall to reach a shelf, and, I don't want to, whatever. You do what you can do. That's the way I live my life. Because as I say at the end of my video, be kind to people. You don't know what they're going through. So, of course, on September 11th, many, many years ago, something horrible happened. There were so many people that risked their lives for others. And that showed the type of people who were living Jesus' word, or just were totally that kind of person. I'm that kind of person. I don't know. Sometimes I don't even think. I know years ago, oh my God, long ago in my first marriage, we're coming out of the bank, and there was a lady like hung over, like her front door was open, and she was hung over. Now this was a long time ago, back when our world was a safer place, and she looked like she was, in pain. So I put the kids in the car and turned on there, put on the emergency brake, and I had an older child too, so it's not like I put little kids in the car untended. And then I went over to her and I said, "Do you need any help?" And she said she had a cramp. It was in her leg, I think. I don't know, but anyhow, I said, "Would you like me to try to help you?" And she said, "Yes." Now, not even later on, but years later, I was thinking, even though those were safe times where you could do that, you could probably, I wouldn't do that, but you could accept a ride from someone, but I wouldn't do that. But anyhow, you could reach out. Nowadays, it's a little harder. Like, if I'm in a grocery store and I say, would you like me to reach it? Okay, but, if I'm somewhere, in a dark alley, which I wouldn't be, you know what I mean? You know where I'm getting at. But anyhow, years later, I thought, that woman could have been lying. She could have she's a plant to set up, and then someone set up to get in my car, right? And who knows, but, lucky it didn't happen. But my older child was old enough, teenager, to be able to, protect his siblings. But, that's the inner me. That's what I do. Was I getting it back from people? Not really. Like I said, I could reach stuff in the store, and in my first marriage, it was, we had what we needed. I don't know how else to put that, but anyhow, I can't say anymore because of my situation, but anyhow, so, we saw that on 9/11, and I broke a nail. Did it break like the side of your nail and it's hanging, so I don't know why it was by my head, probably fixed in my ponytail, and then I got it stuck in my hair. Anyhow, that's off topic, which I do all the time. So anyhow, I'm going to finish the rest of the thing and just tell you about my day the other day. Did I read then? Yes. Oh, this light is getting dimmer and dimmer. Let's see if I can finish it. It says, no good tree bears bad fruit, nor does a bad tree bear good fruit. Luke 6:43. How true, right? If you plant a fruit tree, which I had many, I had 2 apple trees, I had a peach tree, I had a plum tree, peach, plum, maybe pear, I'm not sure, a couple others, and I had like red currants, gooseberries, blueberries, tons of raspberries. But you gotta put work in it. You couldn't just pop it on top of the grass and hope it grew. You had to dig a hole, put special fertilizer in, and take care of it. And then, I can't remember anymore. We actually had a friend of my first husband's who was, I don't know the fancy name, but he took care of a very, very well-to-do family here. We have a lot of old money in our town, and that's all he was, worked for them. That's what I mean. They gave him enough money that he could support his family. But anyhow, maybe a botanist? No, I don't know. Anyhow, a fancy gardener. So he came over and he planted all my trees for me. Of course, we paid him. But you had to do something. I had to spray the apple tree. I had to spray the trees, but something you had to do with the apple trees. I don't remember anymore because he did it. But anyhow, at the end, if I can see these little words, it says, I don't know if I can. Wherever a man, oh my gosh, let's try another light, or 2 lights. Wherever a man turns, he can find someone who needs him. Albert Schweitzer. Sounds like a German name. Let's read that again. Wherever a man turns, or a woman, let's change it a little. Wherever a person turns, they can find someone who needs them. Yeah? We shouldn't talk him, because there's hims and hers. I won't even go into that speech, but anyhow. And that is so true, because when I was at the grocery store the other day, I went by myself. I always go with my son, or my son comes with me. We just, that's our little fun outing, considering, this illness I have, and at least in the summer, we got to pick up a prescription. We'll, try to do our grocery shopping or whatever we can do to save money there instead of doing, the rip-off cart. But anyhow, I went without him, and I sat in one of those things, the little trolley things that you press the thing and it goes. It's a mini bike, a motorcycle, a car. They go by themselves, right? Electric car, I don't know. You just sit in and press the thing and it goes forward. When you go backwards, actually makes a noise like when a truck is going backwards. Well, anyhow, And I got there, they were all, it says stop, not ready. And I'm thinking, good Lord, out of all the days, to not take my son. Huh. And I thought, no problem, I'll put my purse in there and get my groceries. I wasn't going to get that many, but once I was in there, I thought, well, I'm here. I could save, some money. Oh, eggs. Holy cow. Eggs. Eggs are almost $5 for 12 eggs. Of course, they're saying eggs are bad. The fancy ones, not in our state. The brown ones, the ones that are cage-free, everything free. Well, apparently, the bougie eggs are bad because they're all recalled. So, it's nice not to be bougie because you get the regular eggs. But the regular eggs are almost $5 a dozen. That's insanity. So I thought I had some at home, but I thought I better get another one because it might be $10 next. And the store was scary looking. Because let me tell you, there was so many empty spaces, just like 5 years ago. I can't remember exactly, but I remember the bread area was a lot. My vanilla pudding that I buy to crush up like a Tylenol or something has been out of stock forever. Vanilla anything. Vanilla instant pudding, vanilla cook and serve, vanilla snack pack, things that are peach or raspberry. Of course, these are all things I like and need. Story of my life. But anyhow, so I'm in this thing, and I had put, I think, a case of bottled water there where my legs are. And then I put on top of it, I was going to make a thing right then, so I got a thing of, avocados have been horrible this year. So I thought I'd get that, a little bag of frozen avocados, and I thought I could make some guac, or if not guac, just smush it up, and you can refrigerate it for a few days. Do that, and then make this salad, which I didn't get to salad, so I just put them in an airtight container, and then I'll make, hopefully for you guys, the salad. It's really good. It's a black bean salad. Actually, I learned it when I went to college. And I've been looking and looking for the salad, so I found one recipe similar, not exactly, but we'll see if it turns out. So anyhow, now I went right off course. Oh, yeah. So then I put that frozen thing there, and I was going to get some ice cream, and we have to eat it right away. We had some ice. Sometimes I buy ice. We had some ice in the freezer, so if I wrap it up in ice cream will stay a little bit, like an hour or two. So I was going to get vanilla ice cream and frozen peaches, and I decided, no, forget the ice cream. It might not work, and, whatever. So got the frozen peaches because they also, you can boil them or put sugar on, and they can stay in the fridge for several days. So those were down by my legs. And then, I had my purse in another bag. I don't remember why the other bag was in it. But anyhow, so the front started getting full. I don't know why I didn't get any milk. Oh yeah, I had to get cream, heavy cream, for this recipe. Which recipe was it? Oh, I know. I'm not going to tell you in case I don't get to it. But anyhow, one of the things fell out. Oh yeah, the peaches fell out. And I'm like, how am I going to get it? Because if I went to try to lean over, I couldn't get it. And to get out of that thing, because I've been having a hard time with my legs, it would be impossible. So someone right there got it. Then the peaches, I don't remember what order. The peaches fell, the avocados fell. I was trying to get, my son likes sour cream and onion goldfish, and they had some new kind, and they were on sale. So I'm trying to reach it. Even standing up on the thing, but if you're in those things, you gotta press off button before you stand up. It probably won't go, but if you're a little heavier weight, which I'm not, it might just start rolling, and you can get very hurt. Anyhow, so I'm trying to reach it, and the lady says, "Oh, could I help you?" And I says, "Yeah, if you could." I felt real weird because I don't remember anyone asking me if they could help me. Like I say, I could do everything myself. So she got the thing for me, and then she says, "Well, I'm here. Is there anything else you need?" And I don't know what else was there. Probably some for my son I got. And then I was going, like, our aisles are, there's an aisle, and there's an aisle go another way, and an aisle, I don't know how to explain, but anyhow, it's like crossing a street. So as I'm going, I always go slow when I get to, I call it the street, right? It's not the street. There's a little girl, and she said, "Oh, you can go ahead of me." Even a little kid, a very good raised child, told me go to ahead of her, go to hell, go ahead of her. And I said, thank you very much. That was nice of you. And you could see her mom looked over. There was a much better child than the child that, you know, I talked about in the other video. If I put it up with a kid that was punching all the cake mixes. Hopefully I put it up. Hopefully you watched it. But anyhow, it's like everywhere I went. And I saw other people like interacting and asking if they need help. Oh yeah, and the eggs are really shabby. It's weird, like eggland. Well, we're not in the state that they're recalled, but I don't know. If I was bougie and I was buying those eggs, I wouldn't buy them anyhow. I'd just be safe. But the better deal, no, there were no better deal. One day, the better deal was if you buy 18. I didn't see it till, I don't know, someone told me out later, but it doesn't matter. 12 was good enough. I had some at home. But the one area that had, I think, 24, yeah, they were all gone. No eggs at all. I mean, there was so much Gatorade missing. I didn't go over the water. Oh, there were just so many things missing. But on a good note, they had the pumpkin little things of milk that my son loves, so I surprised him with that. And the last time we were in the store, he likes to try all different yogurts. I told you about this. He's been here a long time. And not me. I like to stick to what I know is not going to taste like barf, like Greek yogurt, which he loves. So he got this one. He says, when we got home, he says, try it. This was the last time we were at the store. And it was something caramel something. And I'm like, oh gosh, because it was Greek, and to me, Greek is vomit. Oh my God, it was so good. So when I was in the store, I'm looking all over because I wanted some. I want to get him some. I couldn't find it. Couldn't find it. So I got out of the thing there, you know, shut off, got out looking. That's how bad I wanted. And then I was just about to get back into that motorized thing. And I thought, that looks like maybe, I don't know. I was the one who opened it and stirred it, but I was doing 10 things at the same time. And I found it, so I got some. And now I'm a little off track. But what I was trying to say, when I looked around me, I saw so many people helping each other. And I haven't seen that in the last 4 years, almost 5 years. And it was nice. It was really nice. So I get to the register, I'm like, wait a minute. When they put the stuff in the bag, it's not going to fit. There's a little cart that comes with this motorized thing. So I said, and of course, I had the lady who is, she can't, she's deaf. And, so I wear a mask. We mask on public. So I always forget. I start talking to her. And so then I pulled down my mask and I said, I need helping hand. So then this guy came and I said, sorry, did I have to bother you? I used to have my son with me with another cart. And I got up here and totally forgot like what I'm going to do. It's really nice. Just talkative. Really, everyone was friendly. And I could see it all around me. And you know what? Maybe it was just because everyone was reminded of that day. And if that's what it was, and, you know, today nobody's nice, so be it. There was a day everyone was doing God's word. They were being good people. And that must have been it. I didn't think of it. That probably was it. But anyhow, it was so nice to see. It warmed my heart. And, you know, when people asked me if I needed help, it was just, you know, I felt weird asking for help. But, I had a long day to begin with, and it was pretty hot. Not like today's going to be in the next 7 days, but, you know. So anyhow, I thought that was a nice reading. Like I say, I left it purposely for the next day, the 12th. But I hope you were okay with that. I know it hurts. I remember that day. I saw one thing on YouTube. I was just flipped through it, and they were reading everyone's name. I just couldn't. It just hurts my heart. So I hope you're all doing well. I hope you like the reading and my added story. And how is it where you live? Are people kind to each other, or are they still like, I don't know, everyone just seems mad. But it was so nice to see. So for now, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment. Hit the like button if you want, if you don't, whatever, you know. But be kind to people. You don't know what they're going through. And it was just such a, I don't know the words, and I'm a writer and I can't think of a word. Such a, touching. It was so touching to see someone, me being on the other side, which I don't like being on the other side, but it was nice, and seeing other people helping other people. And when I was in line, there was a young dad with his kid, and we struck up a conversation. Well, he started talking to me, we were talking, and so I was putting my stuff on the conveyor belt, and he turned around. I wasn't like paying attention. He turned around, and he says, "It was nice talking. Have a nice day." And I thought, wow, that was really nice. I haven't heard that in years, because people are just, I don't know why they're angry. Well, because we have no doctors where we live in our town, and, I'm not going to go on about that. But anyhow, be kind to people you don't know what they're going through. Paid forward if you can, and be the reason someone smiles today. So I hope you enjoyed this, and, if you want to comment, just say, hi, you're still alive, okay? Could you do that? No, you don't want it? Don't do it. Just do what you want, but remember, you got to, I'll skip that part. Anyhow. For now, hugs to you. I don't know if you're your first hug or your last hug, or if you get any hugs, or if you're a hugger. Toodles, and we'll just see when this thing shuts off, and then I gotta load it and all that mishmash. So for now, we shall see.